and I grew up in a family where we traveled since I was age 6 months. So my whole childhood I traveled to a country maybe 12 or 15 years, and we always traveled in groups, and I had 6 siblings, so we went to this place. But the most paradisaic place we used to go were St. Thomas, because my grandmother had an apartment on Savaio Beach, and so we used to go there in Easter time or in February, March, almost every year and every other year. And we also had a house in the deep north side of France, middle of the cows and the chickens, where we used to go there to for Easter every year, 2 or 3 or 4 times. So this is how I grew up. Also, we had a housekeeper and a secretary in my house, and I was probably taking everything for granted, as I was living on the 3rd floor, and every time I returned from vacation I had my bed made up and my room cleaned up, my clothes washed for me till I was 18. Tons of friends, I had all the birthday party you can imagine, I had all the hobbies, tennis, dance lessons, piano lessons. Pretty good place to grow up in my little village in Tuari. And so yeah, after I had spent 20 years in America, I felt like I was never gonna get out of there, and I was miserable for some time. I got into alcohol addiction, I got into a lot of bad relationship, and then more traumas, and then I had to work on my triggers, like a lot of us out there. So basically, when I started my podcast 2.5 years ago, I was also getting sober in a really scary environment, on a ghetto. So while living in a room with my son, who was back then 8, and living on $50 a week, and that's when I started the company. Actually, a year and a half before I started the podcast, I actually had the idea of the company. And so I started with a Facebook group, which had more group back then. I had a group who still exists, but I somehow not able to get access because my Facebook profile changed. So it was called Spirit Guide, and then I had another travel groups, and then I had the writing group. And then I combined everything together. I started to do a lot of lives, face lives on Facebook, tons of them. So if you go on Facebook and you type Very Creative Art 16, you'll be able to see all the lives, and you will see even all the lives that I started with were related to painting. So when we started with another artist from England and from America, and there was a guy from Rome, Italy. I was promoting them, and we were all creating together, so all sort of paintings, and then all the painting that I would be creating, and then I started to be more into trying to push people to write more poems and get into writing contests, and then learn more about publishing, and then sharing the journey of learning to be a self-publisher with Amazon, and then do it all and do all the marketing and become a master at marketing, and to the point where you in charge, and then now you able to make profit from creating an offer profile, and then an image, a brand, and an attachment. You usually have to have a company, a business along your books, and then once you sort everything out, get the audio book, and then get a few $1 to $10 to $100 projects, then someday you'll be able to profit also have more people interested in your books, and which a lot of us out there offer want that. We want not just to make some profit of our books, but we want to be heard, and we want a story to be shared. We want feedback. We want to help each other, and we want everybody to succeed. We want everybody to have a chance to see their very first book on the shelf of a book, of a huge platform, be a bestseller, or just be on TV, be on the radio, just be heard, basically. So we want everybody to have a chance. Everybody from any religious background, any upbringing, and any country, race, culture, background, doesn't matter. We want all of us in the world to be heard. So have a chance to be able to write down what inspires us to become writers, and also artists, and to create. So yeah, I had also want you all to know that there's another group, Let's Build a Dream Together, on Facebook. So that's the most live one right now, which I go there more often. So if you want to join, I'll accept you. Let me know when you heard the podcast, and then what your dreams are, and what you're interested in, and what your passions are, all this. And if I can help you to achieve your dreams, and if we can help you, all of us. So my first goal was to get back into traveling, something I have missed for a lot of years. I have had travel phobia after going through so much in the past. So I kind of stopped traveling as an adult in my 30s for like over 10 years, and then I saw everybody I knew from the past start going to all those places, and I felt like I was stuck, and then things were gonna go worse for me, and then nothing was never gonna get better. And I was paralyzed in fear, and until I started the company and work on getting sober, and quit smoking, and work on self-healing and self-development for over 6 years now. I wasn't gonna see any results, and start going into the path and I wanted to go. So I wanted to lead by example, and be that person who say, hey, I'm not just gonna talk about it, I'm actually gonna do it, and then stop procrastinating, and then worry about things, and then just idolize, or try to be somebody else, or try to be a public figure when you're not. Just be yourself, live your life of your dream, and just make things happen in your life. So the best way you can do that is start living free of fear, and then just go after your actual dreams without thinking about them as like they're not possible for you. So set a small goal and small dreams in front of you, and just keep moving. And I'm telling you, almost 100% guarantee you that things are gonna keep rolling for you, because it's when you stop moving that things don't usually go well, because the more you move, the less you have time to think about stressful events. So really, if you get on and start doing more constructive work, follow your passions, do the things you want to do, and always be on the move, you won't have time to be trapped into the small-minded world and then worry about judgment and all this. And your life will escalate into a way bigger place, grandiose place for more opportunity and more joy and more peace, almost instantly. So that's my advice over there. So I can't